Hello everybody, it is Louisa and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be doing like a girl talk advice video. I was going to say Q&A but it's not really a Q&A because is a Q&A like questions about yourself? I know it just means question and answer but like I'm giving advice, I'm not really, well I'm answering questions so I guess it is. I don't even know, but I basically asked you guys on my Instagram for some like questions, just like girl related topics. Obviously some boys will be able to relate to some of them, but the ones about like periods and stuff like that you won't be able to relate. Also, how cute is this jumper? It's from Yes Style. I love the colour of it. I feel like it really complements my hair, although my hair is very greasy right now. I didn't know whether to put it in a ponytail or leave it down, but whenever I tighten a ponytail I just look bald, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave it down. I'm gonna stop talking. I want to get on into the questions, so I hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you do and subscribe to my channel if you're new. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. I can't tell if my camera is sort of wonky because I just watched back that last clip and it looked a bit wonky. Wonky, that's such a weird name. Word. I don't know. I think it's my hair that's really just not like vibing. I might have to tie it up. First question is, what do you do if the boy you like your friends don't approve of? It kind of depends like how close you are with your friends and like if you validate their opinion. I feel like if you're close to your friends, like their opinion kind of matters to you. What am I talking about? Basically, I really care about my friends' opinions. Like I don't care about people online, like haters and stuff about me. Like I literally don't care. You could like say, oh my god, you're so ugly. Like it literally doesn't affect me anymore. It used to when I was like 13, but now I'm just like, no. But if my friends were to like give an opinion about me or what I was doing or about a boy I liked, I'd really like take that into consideration. I'm quite close with my friends and like I know that they know what's best for me. So if I was to tell them about a boy that I liked and they said that they didn't like approve of him, then I would probably just not go for that boy because I care about their opinion. It kind of depends though, because you'll probably know the boy a lot better than they do. So they might have just had one negative experience with him and then just like not liked him. What I would say, advice to you, I'd say because you've said that your friends don't approve of him, I'd probably say to try and get them to like him. Either just like don't go for him because you should take your friend's advice, or try and get your friends to like him a bit more and maybe they'll change their opinion. But for me personally, if my friends were to not like a guy, like I would just not go for him. Next question is, do you think 3 is a crowd in a friendship group? So for me personally, from like past friendship groups, 3 has just never worked for me. Like I feel like it's just such an awkward number because there's always like 2 people that usually go off in that friendship group. I feel like a friendship group of 3 can work for some people, but just from like personal experience, I just have never worked out in a group of 3. I've always been like left out and they've made plans without me, or they've just like whispered about me, such like a year 7 thing, but it was in like year 9. In year 9 I was in quite like a toxic friendship with 3 and they always used to go off without me and it made me feel really lonely and bad about myself. The next like sort of scenario is a boy really likes me but I don't like him back. I don't know how to tell him because I think it will really affect him mentally. And I've actually had this happen to me like a few months ago. Basically, I don't want to like expose this boy or anything, I'm not going to say any names. Basically, there's this boy in my year and I had a suspicion that he liked me because whenever I was like sat in the study area, he'd always try and like come up to me, not to come up to me, but like if I was sat on this table near him, he'd like try and get his friends to like talk to me, if you know what I mean. And then his best friend like told me that he liked me and I didn't like him back in that way, so it was a bit awkward. But I just like told that friend that told me that I didn't like him back, which then got back to him. And then he had a day off school because he was upset about me saying that I didn't want to go out with him. It's such like a year 7 thing, it literally happened in Lower 6th, but a bit embarrassing. But it wasn't my fault because he got his friend to tell me in the first place, which was kind of childish. Like I think if you want to tell someone that you like them, definitely just do it in person. Don't get your friends to like do it for you. So yeah, I did feel quite bad because it obviously affected him quite a bit mentally to have the day off school. And that sounds like such like a pick me girl. Oh my god, this boy had a day off school because I told him that I didn't fancy him. I don't mean it like that. I mean, I probably didn't handle the situation the best. I probably should have like spoken to him, but like he got his friend to tell me that I like me, so I wasn't gonna go up to him. As for advice about telling a guy that you don't fancy him, so I'd definitely say do it face to face, because like over text or getting like your friend to do it for you, like it's gonna affect them a lot worse. Like they're gonna be so much more upset because they haven't heard it face to face. I definitely say to do it face to face. Just sit him down at school or like wherever it is. Be like, look, you're a great guy, but I'm just not ready for a relationship. I feel like that's quite a good excuse just to be like, yeah, I'm just not ready for a relationship. It's definitely a good excuse to say instead of just being like, sorry, I just don't fancy you, you're ugly. Obviously not just about looks, like personality is a big thing. But the next question is how to use a tampon. I've done it once, but I got so scared. Then someone else said, this is probably way too personal, but any tampon hacks? I've tried to use them, but it's very hard. This was literally the situation that I was in, like for quite a few years. To be fair, I started my period when I was like 13 and I didn't really try them until I was like 16. To be honest, when I tried when I was 16, I just didn't really know like how to put them in. So I feel like there's quite a technique to it. You've got to kind of like angle it up. There's loads of tutorials on YouTube because I'm not like a tampon expert. Like sometimes I still can't get it up, but don't just like stick it straight up. Try and like angle it a bit. But what I'd really recommend to do is to first of all watch a YouTube tutorial. And then I'd recommend to get one of them like portable mirrors. I always do this even now because sometimes I still can't get it in. Can she take dick or not? At TikTok it was like, can she really take dick or not? That was like a trend like a year ago. Anyway, if you have like a little portable mirror, ooh, can you see my camera? Hey, if you have like a little portable mirror like this that you can just like stick on the floor of your bathroom and just like angle it like to your vagina. I feel like a sex therapist or something. What sex? I'm not talking about sex. What do you call it? I don't know. Psychology? No, not psychology teacher. What do you call it? Like a PSHE teacher, that's it. Who remembers the good old PSHE days when you had to like, in our PSHE class we had to like put a condom on like a fake willy obviously, and of course I volunteered to go first. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say I'm joking, but I actually wasn't joking. I did volunteer to go first because no one else in my class wanted to do it. But why did I just start talking about that? If you have like a little mirror like this that you can just put on your bathroom floor, then I'd definitely recommend to do that because you can't, when it's like your first time, you can't really see like what hole to put it in, so definitely use a mirror. And then also another top tip is to do it like straight after you come out of a bath or shower because your like muscles down there are a lot looser, so it's a lot easier for it to just like slide in. It's like a bit wet down there, if you know what I mean, when you get out of the bath, so it's like slides in a lot easier. Use a tampon with like a plastic applicator because it's a lot easier to use. I've never used one without an applicator. Relax, like don't panic, it will come. It took me so many attempts and I was so scared. I was like, what if I don't have a hole down there? Like what if it's closed up forever and I can't ever have sex? Like, that was what I was like. But after a few attempts and after like calming myself down, watching some YouTube tutorials, I finally got it and now it's pretty easy to do. I prefer pads though, like I'm not really a tampon kind of person, but it's just really handy to be able to use tampons when you're on holiday or swimming or whatever. Your body might not even be ready to start using them, like just wait like a few months and until you feel comfortable, and I'm sure you'll be okay. I was in the same situation, so don't worry about it, it's completely normal. I know some people that didn't use tampons until they were like 20, so just don't panic. Okay, the next question is how to deal with friends that leave you out. Block them off. Like, I know it's a lot easier said than done, but if you're in a friendship group with friends that leave you out, make plans without you, and just make you feel like so left out and just worthless, then you deserve way better. There's so many people in the world. I know like you might feel like you have to be fixed into a certain friendship group, or you feel like no one else will want you in their friendship group. Honestly, like there's so many like people that are better suited to you, even in your own year. I was actually in this situation, like I'd say like end of year 9, start of year 10, where I was in like quite a toxic friendship group. I didn't feel good about myself. I feel like they always left me out, and what I did was just to gradually like start hanging out with other people. And like if you have like one friend in a different friendship group, then start like hanging out with their friendship group. Like try and get that friend to like introduce you to their friendship group, if you know what I mean. See, I think the best way to like do that is just to gradually like lean away from them, gradually start hanging out with other people. I'd say that's the best way, but also just maybe like talk to your friendship group, because they might not, even though like they might be leaving you out, they might not realise as much, unless like they actually are just like toxic people and they know that they're doing it on purpose because they don't like you. Then just like maybe speak to them about it, say how you feel, say that you feel left out. I remember in year 9 I Snapchatted my friend saying that I felt left out and stuff. I've actually got that saved in my memory somewhere. I'll put it here if I can find it. Actually I probably won't because it's got loads of names in it. But yeah, I was in like such a bad way with friendships. I felt so left out and so lonely. I just like told one of my friends who I was like closest to in that friendship group and told her how I felt, and then after that I felt a lot better. I still ended up leaving that friendship group for a different one, and now I'm so much happier with my friendship group. Like none of us like feel left out or anything, well I hope not, and it's just a lot like healthier. So I feel like friendship groups are like a big thing of school. Like you spend a lot of time with friends at school, and if you're like not happy in that friendship group, then it can really like affect your school experience, and it can make you feel so like sad all the time. I used to come home like crying like most nights because I just felt so like secluded and so like left out from my friendship group, because that's when I used to like hang out with like the popular people, I guess you could say, well, like the popular girls, and I just felt so left out. So yeah, I hope you're okay. I promise it will get better, and I know exactly how it feels to be secluded from a group. Honestly, time will help the situation as well. Like as time goes on, you'll start to like drift away from them. It will all be fine in the end, I promise. My friend Lucy put a tutorial on how to get a French boyfriend. Basically, I found a really good technique to learn French. So if you're doing like French, German, Spanish, or any language at school, find like a boy from like France or Spain, whatever language you're doing, and just start like sending voice notes, because it's a really good way to like not only like learn the language but also to like improve your speaking skills, which is like a part of like GCSE and A-level languages. Found this boy through TikTok, and then his like best friend started messaging me, because turned out the guy from TikTok had a girlfriend, which he didn't tell me about, and I've got very I did receive a few pictures from him, ab pictures, and he's got a girlfriend. Like, what a little player. So it turned out I started messaging his like best friend, because his best friend messaged me thinking I was this guy's girlfriend, because this guy's girlfriend is called Louisa, which is a bit strange. So his best friend started messaging me. He's so lovely as well. Like, he literally helps me with my French homework, and I help him with his English homework, so we formed like a little team. And yeah, we just like send each other voice notes, and it's a really good way of learning French. It's definitely improved my French. The next question is, how will I know when I'm ready to lose my V card? But I can't talk from experience, because personally you probably know that I haven't, even though I'm 17, but that's okay. You do not have to be 16, the legal age, when you lose it. Like, I feel like there's such like a social construct in England to like lose it at a young age, to like someone that's at like a party or something. But honestly, like, I feel like it's so much more meaningful and so much more of a nicer experience if you're with someone that you really care about. So personally, I want to lose mine when I'm in like a relationship. I don't know from experience, but like from what I've heard, obviously sex puts you in a very vulnerable position, and I feel like it's best to do it with someone that you really feel comfortable with. The right man will be there somewhere for me, but please don't feel like you have to lose it at a young age, because you really don't. And most people that I know that did lose it at like 15 or 16, they really regretted it. In answer to your question saying how do I know when I'm ready, I feel like you just know. Like, if you're with the right person, you will just know. But also, if you are one of them people that would rather lose it at a party, or someone that you're not in a relationship with, then I totally respect that, and obviously that's your choice. But personally for me, I just wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. So yeah, that is the answer to that question. I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys all next week for a new video. Bye!